Since I've done so many videos on this topic, I might as well do a continuation to the video I did before. Stand combination review, part 2. And please keep in mind that if I don't get to your combination, I've either already talked about it, go check out the previous shorts and video I did, or I'm saving it for another video or a short. Now let's start the video. This first one is complicated. There are multiple triple stand fusions here and a 4-stack. So up first is soft machine, tubular bells, and 200 balloons. So you can deflate people, stockpile them, inflate them, and turn them into semi-automatic balloon animals. And it's not just limited to people. You can do the same to inanimate objects. And you can leave no trace, because all the things you inflate pop like a normal balloon. Awakening 3 leaves, Sea Moon, and Dragon's Dream. You are the center of gravity. And awakening 3 leaves can push you in any direction. Just have it follow Dragon's Dream lucky directions and you're fine. And if applied correctly, you can never stray from these lucky spots. And this would allow you to always be in an advantage in any interaction you have, as you could forcefully place your enemy in unlucky spots or launch them in any direction you please. D4C, Sticky Fingers, and King Crimson. Picture this: you unravel yourself with Sticky Fingers, but you didn't just zip yourself apart. More U's pop out of the gaps in between the zippers. King Crimson is really just a bonus, because with Epitaph you can see into the future and crop out any time the other person has to react. Crazy Diamond, Golden Experience, Diver Down, and Smooth Operator. This 4-stack will create the craziest doctor on the planet. You can restore people back to their previous forms, give life to people, create organs, go inside of people and heal them, and slide injuries off of people and yourself, and even potentially be able to resurrect the dead. And of course, a big shout out to Hoodie Johnny. I would be so snake not to shout this man out. I'm pretty sure he's tossed up a suggestion on almost every video, and they've all been crazy and very creative. I wasn't ignoring your submissions, I just wanted them specifically for a video. The Hand, and someone who's smart. I'll do you one better. We'll give it the Battle Tendency era Joseph Joestar. Knowing him, at that time, he might be able to unravel the universe in just one swipe. Empress and Soft Machine, the zit that defends itself as it slowly deflates you. Limp Bizkit and Notorious B.I.G. You can revive, make an invisible zombie army, and also make Notorious B.I.G. invisible. Aerosmith and Purple Haze Distortion, hitting strafe runs with viral bullets and bombs. That's not okay. Sheer Heart Attack and Harvest, mixed specifically with Epitaph. This is even worse, because Harvest is going to spread all these bombs, and they already know where you're going to be. However, you still might need a heat source. Scott Key number 2 and Purple Haze. So basically just Scott Key number 2, but way better. A death concoction casually placed in a ball. This person put a hefty list in the comments, so I'm gonna read through them because he gave the reasons why he made these combinations. So Wonder of You, Jailhouse Lock is literally criminal. You can't pursue me, but if you do, the long range of the old man can affect you and make you forget all about me. Only reason anyone got close to Wonder of You was through excessive planning. But if you can't plan, I'm invincible. Cream and the World lets you erase anything and gives you time to poke your head out. Tenor Sax and Mandem for maximum confusion through the environment. Civil War and Atum, or Heaven's Door, to find the perfect way to produce guilt. With Atum, you can feed off someone's guilt for cheating in the game. And Heaven's Door is kind of self-explanatory. You can just make somebody guilty. 20th Century Boy and Sheer Heart Attack, or All Along the Watchtower, if you want a way to relay the situation around you. Makes sense, you're going to be stationary. Born This Way and Metallica. You gotta choose, do you want to freeze to death or keep those scissors under your skin? Aqua Necklace and Geb, self-explanatory. All in on the water bending, but even higher power. Dr. Wu and Weather Report basically fixes Dr. Wu's problem of not being able to be controlled manually. You can manipulate the wind and send your particles wherever you wanted. Magician's Red, Echoes Act 3, and Sheer Heart Attack. Let me guess. Mark with Flames, Act 3 freeze, Sheer Heart Attack blows them up. Mandem and Jailhouse Lock for the 10-second reverse and memory loss, so permanent Alzheimer's. Dark Blue Moon and Catch the Rainbow. Like basically you could legit drop a hurricane that contains sharp scales and the droplets being like bullets on your enemy if it rains. You know what? Throw in Weather Report too. Sea Moon and Harvest, cause why not? You probably just twist up the whole block with gravity anyway. It's too much going on. King Crimson and Highway to Hell. You do have to try to knock yourself off, but if you're able to catch yourself and crop off the part where you die, I'd assume it will work out for you. Unless you try to blow your top off. I can't find the comment anymore, but somebody said Dolly Dagger and Highway to Hell, and that was actually solid too, since you'd only take 30% of the damage you'd be doing to yourself. Craftwork plus Made in Heaven, or Magician's Red and the Sun, or Manhattan Transfer, Sex Pistols, The Emperor, and Harvest. Wants to make a work from home sniper build. The only combination out of these three I'm questioning is Craftwork and Made in Heaven. What are you building, like a ramp or something to run on? Why do you need to affix things to the air if you're already speeding everything up to the point where everything's gonna reset? What, style points? You gonna hit kickflips or something? W boosted Flame Chicken though. Now this man her all out and started going crazy. So the ultimate cars plus the world over heaven. Since Requiem arrows are living organisms, Cars could use it to upgrade his stand that is already able to control reality. Then he had the nerve to say, or Ultimate Cars, Gold Experience Requiem, the Heaven Plan, all Holy Corpse parts, Soft and Wet Go Beyond, and the Lava Rocks from Part 9. This would be the strongest possible character. You have every single DNA possible, you're untouchable, you can control reality, you have god powers, your powers both exist and don't, you basically steal. I'm unsure how it works. This is the ultimate possible being. Also, I'm sad the series is ending. First off, get out of the kitchen, it's on fire at this point. You have put 3 live grenades in a crock pot and just left. Secondly, we're done for now, but I do plan on bringing it back a little later on down the line. I just felt like it got too saturated. And it's kind of just me regurgitating the information you put on the pad and maybe sometimes giving feedback. If I really want to do this in a crazier way, maybe it'd be a little more entertaining if we added some sort of grading system to it, or maybe we rank them just to kind of put a spin on things. Paper Moon King, the Lock, and Enigma. Paper Moon King with its prosopagnosia capabilities can easily cause the activation of the Lock or Enigma to manipulate targets. Or Ozone Baby, Oasis, and All Along the Watchtower. Essentially 53 ozone babies that have the ability to sink themselves or others into the ground and increase the air pressure. That is diabolical. Oh Lonesome Me and White Album. You're able to unravel yourself and slide your body parts along a rope while also being armored and freezing the person you have wrapped up. Crazy Diamond and Emperor. You basically have the perfect support stand because you can heal stuff from far away, and you have unlimited ammo and can guide the bullets anywhere. Speed King and Sheer Heart Attack. This one's a no-brainer. You mark the person with heat and send Sheer Heart Attack after him. It's over. Sky High and Cream. A controllable flying swarm of erasers. The rods you control move so fast, people can barely see them anyway. Whoever you hit is going to be Swiss cheesed. Echoes Act 3 and White Snake. A combo to steal the stand disc without breaking a sweat. You really just pin your opponent down and yoink the disc out of their head. If you want to end the world, Harvest, Rat, and Manic Depression. A colony of armed drones with splintering, liquefying, diseased bullets. Weather Report and Hermit Purple. You can transmute any element through Hermit Purple and amplify it to also use its abilities. And we've already talked about Weather Report and Catch a Rainbow. Civil War, Mate Kudasai, and Burning Down the House. If you were to use Burning Down the House in conjunction with Civil War, there's a possibility you can manifest through guilt a ghost room. Mate Kudasai can also make a room wrapped around that room to make the illusion feel more realistic. So sir, you indeed did cook. Lock in because we have another hefty list. Big Mouth Strikes Again and Killer Queen. If Kira had this stand, he would have been had a disguise. He could just morph his skin into somebody else's face. Also, he could just blend in with the environment. Imagine you're standing next to a sign and an arm comes out and touches you, then you blow up. Point Blank and Enigma. You get jump scared by a talking corpse, and now you're stuck in a printer. Awakening 3 Leaves and In a Silent Way. You could force your opponent to activate the traps you set using sounds. Also, Awakening 3 Leaves and Green Day. Just force your opponent downward and then Green Day cooks them. Bags Groove and Born This Way. If Bags Grooves makes an opening in your body, Born This Way will spawn in and just crush you. We already brought up Anubis in the hand. Lion Eyes, Moody Blues, and King Nothing. There's not a single case this combo couldn't solve. You can tail your suspects, replay any actions they've done, and also detect if they're lying. Tusk and Emperor. I was gonna do Tusk in Glory Days, but Emperor kinda just does everything any other gun stand can do. So a spin-infused gun with all the abilities of Tusk, and instead of nails, you're using bullets. The World and Killer Queen ensures you can place a bomb on the target, and since their allies can't comprehend the time stop, it has lots of fear factor. You just looked at a guy, he blew up, or even worse, straight up disappeared without a sound. Boku no Rhythm and Born This Way. If you plan correctly, there's no way to counter Born This Way without being punished even in the middle of a fight. Aerosmith, Metallica, and Manhattan Transfer. Using Metallica specifically for cloaking, but the other abilities are a nice bonus. Aerosmith already has bombs and bullets. Those bullets don't necessarily have to hit you. They can ricochet off of Manhattan Transfer and clip you, while the user is just hiding in plain sight. Sea Moon and Stone Free. You can reach really far and it would be easy to turn things inside out. Not to mention you might be able to center the gravity on the strings. It would be crazy to see somebody unravel themselves, turn themselves into a net, and then toss it at somebody. And the strings would just invert and crush them. Strength in Aerosmith. This would essentially make a giant flying gunship. And instead of just hitting strafe runs, you're able to manipulate where the cannons are and move the weapons and aim them yourself due to how strength works. Hear me out. Purple Haze, Weather Report, and Maligro Man. If you look at the rainbows for too long, you turn into the Purple Haze virus. And if you try to get rid of the virus, it comes back to you ×2. Way to incorporate the subliminal images of heavy weather. I would have had it still turn you into a snail, but it would emit the Purple Haze virus, and when you try to get rid of the snails, it will multiply them. And at that, I will be wrapping up the series here for now. Thank you to everybody who participated, all the new viewers. I appreciate you. I'm gonna bring the series back, and by that point, it should be bigger and better than it was before. However, in the event that I come up with a better idea, this might be shelved for a little longer, and we might roll with that. Who knows? Once again, thank you for your participation, and please subscribe.